The Tema and Takrady harbors are where most of it arrives. As the Europeans like the breasts of the chicken, the other parts are shipped in refrigerated containers to other parts of the world, mostly Africa. At a cold store at Aveno here in Accra is one of many storage facilities across the country for these products. Lots of boxes of chicken have just been brought in from Georgia, the Netherlands, and other European countries. Benjamin, a cold store operator, tells me customers want their chicken cheaper.
I say cold store chicken price no from
At Oyarifa in Accra, we meet Augustine Amankwa. He started his poultry farm in the early 90s with just 200 birds.
I started this business 1992 with a base of 200. And then now I have about a capacity of 22,000. Broiler, we are doing about 18,000 now. And then layer, 22,000 capacity.
Although Augustine has a small area for processing his chicken, he is faced with the reality of the influx of imported ones, often way cheaper than his.
Back at the days, we can produce about 85%. We sell about 85%. I'm talking about the entire country. And then the importation wasn't much. Imported chicken wasn't much. But now there's a big problem. Now we are supplying only 2%. And then we import about 98%, which is very bad. Now it brings our business down. Formerly, I used to dress about 1,000 birds a day. We supply a lot of hotels and then restaurants. But now we dress around 150, 200 a day.
Christmas is a period when consumption of chicken is thought to increase. Poultry farmers raise birds to meet the huge demand. But as the season fast approaches, he is worried about being unable to sell his broilers raised for the big occasion.
I'm having a herd grower scheme, and we have about 18,000 broilers now. And I know if previous year 18,000, they can move easily. But now I'm afraid that maybe if I'm not fortunate, these birds will not finish. But we need to raise them for occasion. That's what we are doing, because we have a lot of herd grower members, about 20 people. And we have about 18,000 broilers now. And we are focusing on December festivity.
Boache Yadom is also a large-scale poultry farmer. He distributes his products to some selected supermarkets and individuals who have the taste for the chicken produced locally.
The volume of chicken imported into this country and the number of birds that we need to survive as a country, this country we are capable of raising them. So it's all about channeling these funds into local production.
He tells me he was forced to lay off his workers as his business dwindled.
I was having about 18 people working with me, and at the moment I have close to 7 because I had to lay some people off. And it's just really affecting our cash flow and our financing and our employment status.
Boache tells us he has no other option than to produce poultry for eggs rather than meat. According to a Ministry of Food and Agriculture report, local chicken production in the early 2000s accounted for 10% chicken demand, but currently, poultry farmers are producing just 2% of the total chicken demand. President Akufo-Addo in May this year also revealed that Ghana imported over $300 million worth frozen chicken. The Minister for Food and Agriculture.
At the moment, Ghana imports over 300,000 metric tons of poultry meat annually. Even more staggering is the revelation that Ghana's importation of meat products amounts to about $400 million annually. In 2018, livestock local production of 57,871 metric tons accounted for only 19% of the country's meat requirements. The remaining 81% had had to be imported with scarce foreign exchange resources to meet local demand.
The Minister for Food and Agriculture, Dr. Owusu Afriyie-Akoto, revealed there are plans to place a ban on chicken importation.
And I'm saying that in the next 2-3 years, we will have enough production capacity in Ghana to be able to say to anybody who is importing that, look, I'm directing you, go here. Because you see, fact of the matter is that if you have to import primary food into this country, in this office, I have to give you a permit. We want to establish the local capacity to produce what they are importing.
Once you have the local capacity, then the plan is what?
The plan is that we say, hey guys, stop.
Boachi and Augustine, however, doubts this.
The politics in it, the global economic and trade issues that goes with it. No government will have the balls to say, I'm banning importation. So a few people are benefiting at the expense of the rest.
Always when they want to come to power, their campaigns and a lot of things, they involve some of our leaders, and they have serial meetings with them. When we come, that's what we are going to do for poultry farmers. But before the moment they get to the power, it means they ignore us. That's what we have noticed.
Feed is about 60% of the total cost of poultry production, which is subsidized in Europe. Ghana's poultry farmers have a big worry, having to compete with cheaper chicken from Europe, where farmers enjoy subsidies. A turnaround is critical to save an industry under pressure. For Joy News, Henry Kwesi Bedu's report.